Hey guys, my name is Sade and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm glad that you came to visit us. And then if you're not new here, then welcome black. Welcome black. Ooh, I'm great. Welcome back. I'm glad to have you. So for today's video, we're going to be going through self-care and I'm going to be showing you guys some of my favorite skincare products that I've been using these past couple months. There are no sponsorships, so this is just purely from my heart. And then after that, we're going to have a brief conversation about spirituality and other ways that I take care of myself in today's current climate and just in general, because it's always important to remember to prioritize yourself sometimes. So let's go. All right, guys, it's kind of a shadow on my face because I'm shooting this during golden hour, as you guys probably saw in the preview, but let's head into my bathroom so I can show you guys my favorite skincare products. So, let me close the door. All right. So, as you guys can probably see, I have a little painting up here. I have a little painting up here. I'm not actually sure who it's by. If I ever find out, I'll put it in the description. But, yeah, let's take a look. As a preface, my bathroom is not the most gorgeous or glamorous bathroom in the world. I'm a college student, I don't know why you would expect that, but just wanted to let you guys know before we take a look at my lovely counter space. So let's go. This is my corner of skincare. Let's get started on my faves. Hey guys, so I'm gonna show you guys some of my favorites and see if you can get any new faves that y'all might want to try out. I'll put in the description what websites I got them from because some of them are Korean skincare. And if I didn't get them from any websites, the websites that I put in the description, you might be able to find those products on those websites. So, alright, so our first product is the Centella. I'm going to put a little picture next to it just so you can see a little bit closer. But so I get to finally do this little thing. Okay, the Centella Green Level Calming Toner. It's amazing. It doesn't have very like thick texture. I can actually show you guys this texture. Because it's still, as you can see in the bottle. So put it in my hand. As you guys can see, it's a little bit watery, but there's like still some texture to it. And I really like that. It makes you feel very moisturized and hydrated, and that's always appreciated, as I do have kind of dry skin. I had eczema when I was a child. It's a thing. But yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. I bought I think this was my second bottle. Not completely sure, but this is Korean skincare. It's from Purito. They make a lot of other different things, especially from this line. They have a serum, I believe they have a sunscreen, and Korea's sunscreen is a little bit different from American sunscreen. I've heard it's actually better, but specifically as a black girl, it's very hard to find sunscreen that doesn't do the white cast whenever you do the 2-finger rule, thanks to makeup and WOC. But yeah, so I really enjoy this toner. Okay, so my next favorite is the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum. Let me see if I can. Yeah, the Glass Skin Refining Serum. You probably have seen a lot of this on Twitter and things of that nature. People love the Glass Skin Refining Serum. Peach and Lily really did what they had to do. But something that's really cool about Peach and Lily is that on the website they actually sell other Korean skincare. So they don't only sell their own brand, which is really helpful. It has peach extract and peptide complex. I use it primarily as a hydrating serum, but it also can help with brightening, I've heard. Yeah. So let's do the next one. And sorry about this whole little, well, I don't know, I apologize to you. I'm the one who has to, put the bend into it. But it's not really the best, like, my count is really low. And I feel taller than I ever have because, as you can see, whenever I reach over to get my toner, whenever I stand up, you can see me, but Sorry, just. Anyway, you can see me, but it's like, you know, it's cool to get a little bit closer, get a little bit into the conversation. Okay, so next we have the Milk Makeup Vegan Milk Cleanser. I wasn't sure how I feel about this because, I mean, I don't really go to Milk Makeup when it comes to skincare, but this is really, really nice. I think I have a little bit left, so I can kind of show you guys the texture. As you guys can see, it's more of a cream cleanser. And then it's very, very creamy. It lathers pretty well, which is really beneficial, you know. I don't actually know the benefits of it because I'm not an esthetician, but it feels really good, so I feel like that's a good enough benefit for me, especially with dry skin that I told you guys about. But yeah, and then I think that's pretty much, well, I do have one more that I want to share, so give me 1 second to rinse this off my fingers and then we can do the next one. Hands are clean. So my next fave is the e.l.f. Super Clarify Cleanser. It has niacinamide. Now, something important to know is that although niacinamide I've heard is not an exfoliant, still be kind of careful because apparently some people were messing their faces up just throwing everything they see on Twitter on their skin, even though it may not fit their skin. So it works for me. That's preface with that. It works for me. It's more of a watery gel-like cleanser, so I have to actually keep this little handy-dandy thing on to make sure that it doesn't like drop out into the cap. But yeah, I really appreciate it. It also lathers really well. You don't always need a lather when it comes to cleansers, but I appreciate one once in a while. I use this at night. I use the milk cleanser for my morning cleanse, just for a quick moisturize. Okay, I was picking through some of my other ones to see another fave, but this right here, swear by it. It's a donkey milk and argan oil moisturizer. Argan? I don't know, figure that out. But yeah, it's from Ixora Botanical Beauty. I'll put the link to her website and her social medias in the description because it's a Black woman owned business, but donkey milk has a lot of benefits for your skin. I truly love this. I use this twice a day and it's really helped a lot with my skin. For clarity on some of my conditions, I don't actually have any like prescribed skin conditions, but I got the Nexplanon in my arm whenever I was in my sophomore year, so that was like November of 2019, and yeah, I think October, November-ish 2019. So having a birth control kind of threw off my hormone production a little bit, and it caused me to break out a lot more than I was used to, which kind of threw me off game because I'm used to having relatively clear skin. But these products that I've named have been very helpful in cleaning my skin back up and dealing with the hyperpigmentation that y'all can kind of see. But yeah, that's all of my skincare favorites. I also want to make one more recommendation that was recommended to me by family members, specifically about body care, because in case y'all didn't realize, skincare does not stop at your chin. When you're washing your face and doing all your like skincare stuff, make sure to hit your neck, but the skin on your body still counts as skin. So using an exfoliating glove, it's really good for me specifically because I have such dry skin. It's been really helpful, and you know, if you want to try it out, I recommend it. It's a lot easier than using like the exfoliating washcloths, because you know, having a glove's like just Yeah, but yeah, it's another recommendation for me because showers are really helpful for self-care. It's nice to just be in water. I'm not swimming because I can't swim, but just being in water really helps like clarify, clear your mind, give you that opportunity to do your little world tour and sing all your favorite songs and just be by yourself for a little while to like decompress, which is always beneficial. Sorry about the whole looking thing. I'm still getting used to things, and it's like I want to look at myself to make sure that I look okay, but I also know the camera's over there. So, yeah, but that's my skincare recommendations, and I hope that I helped you with some of those. And then we're gonna go back to the main shooting area, my bedroom, and we're going to talk a little bit about other aspects of self-care for me. So, see y'all there. The sun is currently going down, and I am a little peeved because I just recorded a pretty good session of me just talking through things, but the front camera was on instead of the back one, so bad me. But basically, I really want to talk through a lot of things that help me with self-care, specifically spirituality and sleep. Sleep, we're gonna start with, because that's a lot easier for people to conceptualize. I sleep a lot. I don't know if it's because I'm a Taurian or just because, but I sleep a lot. And I think that it's important for a lot of us to understand, especially in a capitalist society that makes you want to incentivize and monetize everything that has to do with yourself, that it's okay to take a rest. It's okay to take a load off of things. It's okay to not always be a productive member of society. So sleeping is definitely a version of self-care that I feel like a lot of people need to reapproach and reconceptualize. Next, I want to talk about spirituality because I've recently gotten more knowledge and gotten more into spirituality. Specifically, I used to be Christian. I used to consider myself Christian. My dad's side of the family is Seventh-day Adventist, so whenever I was visiting his sisters and things of that nature, I would go to church with them on Saturday. And my mom's side of the family, they're more casual Christians. I would go to church with them, go to Sunday school when I was a lot younger, my little frilly socks and my cute little Sunday school dresses, and like Easter and things of that nature. That church ended up being terrible, honestly. The pastor was not a very good person. And honestly, over time, as I developed my own perceptions and my own thoughts about things, I've decided that I don't really want to prescribe to organized religion. Primarily due to the fact of it being mainly man-made, and the discrepancies and the fact that a lot of the texts that are also man-written could be and are used to justify a lot of prejudices that people have, and it's just, I don't really vibe with that. I don't really get with that. Sorry, I don't use vibe unironically due to the fact that it sounds really ridiculous now, but I feel like it fit in that sentence, so yeah. But through these past couple months, I've gotten a little more touched with spirituality and understanding my abilities and actually taking in and trying to hone in on my abilities instead of like brushing them off as like little things that maybe I created in my head or in my dreams. And through that, I've actually built my altar to start connecting more with my ancestors, which is something that a lot of people should do, specifically Black people and people of the African diaspora, because I know that a lot of the African spiritual practices have been demonized by colonialist Christianity, and that's really harmful for us because it's important as we grow to understand our ancestors fully as full people and full beings, that we also understand the practices that they held and the things that they did prior to contact with white people through colonialization and imperialism. I do genuinely feel like a lot more Black people should be a lot more comfortable with utilizing some of the spiritual practices that our ancestors utilized, because our ancestors were amazing. Some, I mean, not all of them, obviously, because they're people, but our ancestors were multifaceted people, and it's important that we understand those facets. And in that, I also want to talk briefly about the whole "we was kings" concept and the sect of Pan-Africanism that focuses solely on Egypt and us being royalty and things of that nature. I want us to be more okay with not having to be royalty to be important. Our ancestors and the people that we came from were not all royals. We're not majority royals. They're probably like a sliver of the percentage of people who are royals, and that's okay. It's okay to not be descendants of the pharaohs of Egypt. It's okay to be a descendant of a merchant from West Africa. That's fine, because that's a person who was still contributing to their community and was still a person and was still important to somebody and should be important to us. They don't have to be what we deem as important due to white supremacist values. We should be able to take them in and take all the lessons that they want us to learn, and that they can bestow upon us through connections with them, through altar spaces, through allowing them to speak to us, through welcoming them to speak to us through our dreams, through anything. And we should be more open to that instead of writing it off as being demonic because of what we've been conditioned to believe. And that kind of brings a roundabout back to self-care, with the aspect of being multifaceted and not having to have worth in the way that we've been taught we have to have worth. Specifically in the fact that we don't have to hustle and grind all the time. We don't have to be business owners and entrepreneurs and things of that nature. We don't have to be royalty. We don't have to be contributing members of society in a capitalist manner. We can just be us, and we can appreciate every aspect of us as multifaceted beings the same way that we need to appreciate every aspect of our ancestors as multifaceted beings. I feel like that would be a lot more helpful for a lot of people when they're working through self-care and loving themselves, and self-love is being able to love themselves, all of the pieces of themselves, instead of picking something that's the thing worthy of being loved. So if you take anything from this video, that's really the main takeaway that I want us to take away, is to reconnect with our ancestors, reconnect with our lineages authentically, and to also connect with ourselves authentically and wholly and fully. So thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.